Hello, I'm Andy, and I'm going to read to you a program called Tarot, Your Love Story for November 2018. And this is for you coming from Aries. So first, I'm going to talk to you about your first 15 days of November. And I'm going to tackle your areas of romance. So let me pull this card and let's see what's happening for you. Well, it says two things. One is you can expect unexpected possibilities of a romance in the first 15 days, but you can also expect some kind of disagreement coming from that in the first 15 days. So yes, you can get a romance. Yes, you can get one that is very disagreeable with you as well. So study the romance very carefully. Don't dive into it. Take your time and tell yourself that perhaps if you have to go slow, just go slow. I'm going to now shuffle these cards once more. And again, for the first 15 days of November, I'm going to talk to you about your marriage possibilities and your marriage situation. It's a good card. It says there will be plenty of bonding that goes on between you and your marriage partner and the family in general. So it's a good card in that sense. But it again says that perhaps your outlooks are going to be very different with your marriage partner. And so you'll have to give way, or you'll have to not be too stubborn to stick to your own values. So be flexible, be negotiable, and definitely this card then will work for you as to have a good marriage situation in the first 15 days of November. Now let's talk about your area of general family for the first 15 days of November. This is a very good card. It says there's a lot of give and take, there's a lot of to and fro, there's a lot of possibilities of getting together and being happy. So I would say that yes, your general family area is good, and you will be able to be happy in the first 15 days in every situation that a family requires to be happy. So there we go. Now I'm going to go to the last 15 days of November for you, and I'm going to tackle your area of romance firstly for the last 15 days. So let me pull this card for you and let's see what happens. Oh, this is a magnificently wonderful card. It is. So your last 15 days of November are going to be wonderfully happy in your romance. And it says the new romance that you might find would be fantastically good. And I would venture that although in the first 15 days there was a up and down period in romance, it probably will balance out in the last 15 days. New romance, wonderfully found. Ongoing romance, very, very happy in the last 15 days. And you're going to be a person who is going to expand your responsibilities, it says, so which means you'll be very happy with the romance partner that you have, that you'll even want to do things for that romance partner in the form of building up security. Let me now pull a card that talks to you about your last 15 days of November, about your marriage area. There will be some differences of opinion, it says. And to find a solution won't be easy. So why don't you handle the last 15 days this way? Whatever you feel will be disagreeable between you and your marriage partner, just don't bring it up. We are only talking of 15 days. We're not talking of 15 weeks or 15 months. Let the time pass. It may not be the right time to bring up any sensitive issues. And I look at this card, and if you can get that problem out of the way, you'll have your marriage very much focused to be a very happy one, agreeable one, supportive one as well. So think that way. Now I'm going to talk about your general family areas and for your last 15 days. And it's a perfectly good card, perfectly wonderful card. And it says your last 15 days are going to be very supportive in the form of any family members, your parents, your siblings, your marriage partner, and your romance partner. So it's going to be a very nice family atmosphere for you in these last 15 days. So it looks like things are doing quite well for you. Now I'm going to talk to you about your lucky dates, D-A-T-E-S. And I'm going to ask the tarot to give me your lucky dates for the whole month of November. And it is the card of Mercury and Mars. So I'm going to say that the 9th, the 18th and the 27th are going to be very lucky. You can use them for the good luck, whether chasing for the romance, whether making your marriage even happier and happier, making the general family very much at ease with you and being very happy as well. 9th, 18th and 27th. So bookmark these days to make the people you love as happy as possible. Now I'm going to talk to you about, your lucky ages. So there will be a certain group of ages which are going to be very lucky in the month of November. And this is of course applicable to the romance area and the marriage and the family area. And it's a wonderful card. And looking at this card, I will say that those who are the ages of 18, 27, 36, 45, or 54, or 62, or 63, or 72, or 81. You'll be one very lucky person, extremely lucky person. And you will have all the chances of finding the romance you've been hunting for, making your marriage into a perfect, wonderful place in the month of November. Well, if you're not of these ages, the only way then to know is for me to have your date of birth, time of birth, and look at your palms. And we'll have a 90-minute session which will cost you USD 50. And we'll talk about that later. More about that later. Now for your last 15 days. Okay, we've done that. Last 15 days, your lucky ages. Now I'm going to go to your lucky colors. I'm going to talk to you about your lucky colors. And let's see what the card says. It's got to be two colors, either green or red. So any of these two colors, I would favor red looking at this card because it's got a lot of energy in this card. But if you like green, you can wear green as well. So green or especially red would be the lucky color for you to use in the areas of romance, marriage, and all things created to love. So try to do that. Now I'm going to go to find out which sun sign you can have an attraction to, form an attachment with. And let's see what it says. That's for you coming from Aries. Well, it says you're going to attract a lot of attention from somebody in Scorpio, or you might be very much planning to have something going on with Scorpio. So there's an attraction between you in Aries and somebody from Scorpio. So be on the lookout. If you know somebody from Scorpio, find out whether in the area of romance that might lead to something much, much more. So somebody from Scorpio is showing you a lot of interest, and so are you showing a lot of interest. So there's sparks flying between you and Scorpio in the month of November. Now I'm going to talk about, what do we do? A zodiac sign that might give you problems in the month of November. Let's find, because we never know, that might be something you've got to look out for. Well, I see two signs here. The zodiac sign is definitely Aquarius, but let me see which part of Aquarius. Well, I would generally say that somebody from Aquarius, be careful. Don't share your personal secrets with this person. And if you're married to somebody in Aquarius, you'll have to be very careful in the month of November. Difficulties can arrive very fast. So somebody from Aquarius, if you meet and show interest, or somebody from Aquarius who shows interest in you, be a bit cautious and don't want to divulge too much of your intentions or too much of your personal secrets. This person could create problems for you. And now let me talk to you about sexual energy. Well, that's a very important form of energy. It's a combination of emotional energy, mental energy, and of course physical energy. So let's see what the card says, at what level you are going to be with sexual energy. And you can improve sexual energy. The belief in astrology, Kabbalistic astrology, is wear the right colors which are good for your sun sign. or good for your time of birth sign. And look at the good directions. But you'll only know these if you do a 90-minute session with me. So in the meantime, let's see what the card says. It's a magnificent card. So I'll say that you are going to have tremendous sexual energy in the month of November. You've got to use it one way or another. It shows an exuberance of excitement, this card. It shows that wonderful signs of Venus, and it shows a card which says that the amount of love for each other and the physical and the emotional and the mental energy that we call the sexual energy is going to be very top grade for you. Well, that's what I have to tell you. One other way to capture energy is to use your fingers and your thumb. We don't own the fingers and the thumb. It belongs to our soul. That's the belief. So the code of the soul is the fingers and the thumb prints. The important part is the print, the fingerprint and the thumbprint. So when we connect a thumb with certain fingers, we gain energy, we awaken the soul's presence in us, and the energy becomes fantastic. So I would say try this out. For you coming from Aries, try to have your thumb, for the month of November, try to have your thumb connect to your index fingers like this. So what you have done now is something very powerful. There's an awakening of the soul. And of course your aim is for sexual energy, and do this as a preparation towards the energy that you want to find sexual wise. And let's see what happens. Try this out, no harm. Okay? Well, that's what I have to tell you for the month of November for your love story. It's going to be obviously a very exciting month, more on the positive side, and enjoy yourself for that. I am already Skyping, and I'm charging USD 50 for a 90-minute Skype session. And during these 90 minutes, I'll tackle all areas of your life, your health, your business, your job, your finances, your marriage, your personal areas of romance, everything. And I'll base that on your date of birth, time of birth, and looking at your palms. And I'll tackle your next 7 or 8 years in very much detail, age by age, calendar year by calendar year. So I look forward to you contacting me on Skype or on Facebook, or sending me an email so that we can make the contact and get going. And I'll give you your personal lucky lottery numbers based on your date of birth, based on your time of birth, and looking at your palms. This will be relevant for the rest of your life. And I'll give you your lucky days and your lucky directions and your lucky colors and your lucky gemstones. A lot of information to get yourself perfectly positioned to have a wonderful future. And I'll do that for your next 7 or 8 years. Until then, thank you and good luck.